Hola mis amigos and possible amigos, my name is Taffrey16 and welcome back to another reaction video and welcome to another reaction to Robot Wars, the fourth Wars. Still got COVID, but I feel a lot better today, to be honest. Still feel it a little bit, but I'm hoping that my symptoms peaked out yesterday. We'll see. I'm not gonna get my hopes up on that, but hopefully I'm through the worst of it. So, on Robot Wars, the last 3 heats, fight-wise, have been pretty weak. However, the last heat as a whole was pretty good, in a big part due to the Plunderbird boys. So we're going to see if we can get some more gimmicks this episode, and if not, maybe we'll finally get some good fights. Let's find out. Alright, Heat M.
Just 4 more places to be filled in our series' second semi-final.
Oh, wow.
Join Splinter, who bulldozed past Eric. Stinger,
Poor Eric.
Bashing and twirling beyond hammer and tong, and the bulldog breed. The mousetrap caught something and then snared little fly in the corner. And the spawn of Scudder sent the banshee screaming and the nightmare fading. Whose dream will come true today?
Yeah, let's find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man who thought a kamikaze was a Japanese toilet, Craig Charles.
To try and get fit, I recently joined an aerobics class.
Did you?
I thought I looked pretty good in a leotard until someone asked if I'd come as an Easter egg. So I went to a steps class instead, which was a tragedy. I even got thrown out of the sauna. Well, if they put hot coals in the corner, I'm bound to have a barbecue, aren't I? Ah, well, maybe I should leave all the exertion to the robots. Time to see who's pumping some serious iron this week.
Craig, with 3 newcomers to Robot Wars, Scorpion and Reactor against number 27
Chromalot.
Chromalot. Humphrey, they're new boys as well. We've seen the Steel Avenger before.
Reactor,
up
he's
against
just
the number
like
11
me.
seeds. Wild Thing.
The
They're
Steel
in the mix
Avenger's
right
a
now
rightful name.
with Jules.
Looking to put the scrap back into metal. For the melees, we have Wild Thing. Literally too wild in the last wars, went out to panic attack. They were too fast, they lost control. So slightly smaller wheels, less speed but more maneuverability. This basically just turns them up the right way again. It's not that powerful. Which will be used against Humphrey. Okay. New to the wars, spent 2 years working on this. They brought their intensive care nurse, Mick.
What is that on the front?
Can lift a Ford Escort.
Is that a cracked out Sonic the Hedgehog? Oh no,
And,
what is that?
There's a Humphrey about. Yes.
Nice.
The Steel Avenger. Obviously the main weapon is the duster at the front here. We've got bulletproof polycarbonate casing, twin Bosch motors, 750s, and this will come down on you with the force of dawn.
Bro, look at him. He's like, get the fuck out of here. I'm trying to work.
Let the wars begin.
He's like, fuck off, please. I still have so much to do and you're annoying me.
From Colchester, Steel Avenger.
That thing's huge.
A second appearance in the wars, back to avenge defeat by Giotto last time. 2 electric motors give a top speed of 15 miles an hour to this trusty steed. An axe won't miss peeling back the shell of opponents. Shoomy, Shoomy 2 actually fell to the Steel Avenger in the 3rd series of Robot Wars, into the pit.
Bye.
The Avenger came across a very good robot, an experienced robot in Giotto. And when toppled, they couldn't right themselves. They fell at that stage.
Sad Steel Avenger.
I'm team captain of the Pneumatic Fanatics.
Hi, I'm Kevin Cockrell and I operate the weapons.
And this is Tony Bates, our 3rd team member, who's on his way at the moment.
Oh.
This is our robot, the Steel Avenger. We've got a front cutting blade. We've got a very powerful pneumatic axe this year. And the big improvement is we've now got an uprighting mechanism.
And this is our lucky mascot, which we hope to clear up in the arena with.
From all the shot in Hampshire.
Whoa.
Wild Thing.
We'll make our hearts sing if we can go one
I
step
said it
further
first.
than the semi-finals this time around. A stream egg, the multi-purpose lifting arm and lance, and even the eyes are powered by electricity. Ding ding, round 1 came out quickly against the prize fighter.
Holy shit.
KO'd against the arena war. Next up, Small Talk. A smash and a bash and a crash. And then a thrash. Cerberus turned over for a tickle on the tummy. But in the series semi-finals, up against Panic Attack, that's where it ended for Wild Thing.
Oof.
I'm Nick Adams, and I'm here with Jake and Isabel and our robot Wild Thing.
Last Wars' arm is at the back, this Wars is at the front, and it can self-right us, lance other robots, and tip them up.
In Last Wars managed to get
She's got a future in like
this year was
sales work or something. She's got that saleswoman voice down.
Better watch out, Humphrey's about with its lifting arm made from a car jack, spikes, gearbox sprockets from a lawnmower. Oh, and there's an old table leg in there somewhere too.
Nice.
Hello, my name's Helen, this is Mick, and this is our robot Humphrey. To the uninitiated, it's got all sorts of goodies, and as they say...
Why it already look fucked up?
Humphrey about.
The drive basically is two gearboxes made from lawnmowers. They've got two 24-volt motors and these two wheelbarrow wheels.
Why it look rusted?
So turn your circle of 0, it'll do a top speed of about 6 miles an hour, and this has lifted a car up by the dent there. But watch out, it's got a very nasty sting in the tail.
I don't know.
Stand by.
The Steel Avenger from Suffolk. John Willoughby there.
It's a tough one to
Controls
call.
on the left, Wild Thing. The controls, Nick Adams, Isabel and Jake. And there, Humphrey. New to Robot Wars, Mick Kirkwood at the controls.
I guess I'll say Humphrey goes out. I don't know.
Wild Thing, the seated robot. Quick to maneuver. Now comes back on the attack. Can get up to 8 miles an hour. It's not the heaviest of these three. Quite the opposite, in fact. Now a little nudge tentative on Humphrey. There's the Steel Avenger. Big, burly, somewhat cumbersome. What if those side panels are also prone to attack? They look a little bit suspect. Polycarbonate, aluminium and steel shell. That's Wild Thing dancing between the two. You see there, the Steel Avenger slow to turn. The
they do be zooming.
Speed advantage over these two opponents. Now attacking the Steel Avenger. Into the CPZ, which means Matilda can come out. But the Wild Thing followed up, which means also that Matilda can have another Wild Thing. That's the Steel Avenger, almost toppled. But the Wild Thing followed into the CPZ there, which meant that Matilda could attack right on the fringe of the corner patrol zone. So not great controlled aggression from the Wild Thing, but the Steel Avenger is in major trouble. The old Feather Duster looks a little bit flimsy.
It just got its...
Oh, I think Matilda is shaking her tail feathers, and off comes the Duster. Yeah, there, look at that.
Matilda also uprighted it, though.
Well, they had this little sort of peacock's
Matilda saved it.
No longer. I wonder if Humphrey's going to take any part any longer. It seemed to me that Humphrey was immobilized.
Humphrey's out.
This is the Wild Thing chasing down the Steel Avenger here.
Looks like I called
Steel
it.
Avenger getting away. I think that oh no, they're okay. Humphrey's okay.
Are they?
Just about. Or are they? We'll have to wait and see.
I don't think they're
on
okay.
The attack on the Steel Avenger. It really has been the tail of the tape so far. Humphrey moving belatedly. Oh!
Yep.
Straight into the claws of Dead Metal after all that. Matilda, little tusk on Wild Thing. If it goes to the judges, Wild Thing have done enough. I don't think it'll go to the judges because Humphrey, they've gone, haven't they?
Yeah, Humphrey's
Dead Metal
done.
trying to slice down through the shell of Humphrey, and the newcomers haven't lasted long. Mick Kirkwood, a staff nurse for an intensive care unit. And I'm afraid
I called it,
Humphrey's
but Steel
gonna go
Avenger
back
got
to
lucky there.
The robotic unit for some quick repairs. Crunch. Oh, crumpled slice. Mick is going to take more than a plaster to mend, I'm afraid, your robot Humphrey. Onto the arena flipper, carefully placed. This is the Steel Avenger.
Meanwhile,
by Kilolot and pushed
they're still
by
fucking going at it.
There's the Sir Kilolot camera looking out. Onto his house robot teammate,
Oh.
Dead Metal, and there's the flipper, throwing Humphrey through the air. Away they go, crashing down. There's all the warning signs underneath.
Better watch
and the
out.
warning we will flash to Humphrey next time around. Bring a better robot.
Damn,
You're
got him.
about to be decimated and totally destroyed by Sir Kilolot. Brave newcomers fall at the first hurdle, which leaves Wild Thing and the Steel Avenger going through, of course.
Yeah, Steel Avenger got kind of lucky.
Humphrey gets the hump and goes out.
Got
of the
really lucky.
competition.
Matilda literally righted it up.
Diagnosis, Doc.
Split link failed, I'm afraid. It's probably only a pound part, but that's basically the reason why we're out. We lost traction to one of the wheels. You can't really defend yourself when you're going around in a circle.
Nah.
Can't. Is that a bicycle chain?
It's actually one off a lawnmower. But,
so you could have replaced that quite easily.
I could have done if I'd have had one here, but unfortunately we'll repair it and live to fight another day.
Yes, but that's the tragedy of Robot Wars. When you're out, you're out.
Yep. Till next season, that is.
Ta-ta. Humphrey go, Wild Thing and the Steel Avenger through. Next up, the seeded robots of Chromalot against the Newcomers, Reactor and Scorpion.
For one of these three robots, it is termination time. So Chromalot, as ever, making a big song and dance about the whole thing. Will they live up to the hype? Who knows? There's
what the hell is that? Is that the Scorpion?
Scorpion, new to the wars, beautiful chainsaw.
What in the goddamn fuck?
Metal.
Oh my
Are they going to cut
god.
through steel?
They'll cut 90% of things we come up against, yes.
Okie dokie.
Holy shit.
This spins at just 140 miles an hour, so you're fully tooled up, really, aren't you?
Well, someone said there was going to be a war.
That thing's either going to be awesome or going to do nothing. Holy
and
shit.
from Daniel's prototype to Reactor, also new to the wars, powered by two wheelchair motors.
Huge.
It is the 21st century. It's Robot Wars. And we've got wooden wheels. Why?
Because I'm a joiner and I can make them.
Bet.
It's crunch time.
Said it because I can make them. What are you going to do about it? Tell me no?
From Nutley in East
Look at that
Sussex.
abomination. Holy shit.
Driven by two wheelchair motors with two electrically powered chainsaw cutting discs designed on the dining room table, they practiced against an old tumble dryer to perfect the Scorpion sting.
Hi, I'm Jeff. This is my teammate John, and here is our robot Scorpion. We have chainsaws, we have cutting discs, and at the rear, we have the sting in the tail.
This thing, again, is thing either going to do everything or it's going to do nothing.
From Birstall in Leicestershire, Reactor.
A flipper in the front, a Shremek self-running mechanism, the two wheelchair motors for power, a steel and aluminium shell, but wheels of wood and rubber. Reactor, be warned, you face meltdown.
Hi, my name's Russell Orton. This is my son Daniel. This is Martin Crouch, my third team member.
All I want to know is where are they getting all these wheelchair motors?
It's built of steel.
Why does everyone in this fucking show rob their grandma?
Wheels and uses wheelchair technology.
I can't move! Help me!
Front lifting weapon.
I know, Grandma, we got a little robot.
Which we're confident is going to lift all the other robots and flip them over. It's powered by two 24-volt electric wheelchair motors and is built with steel and aluminium. We're confident we're going to do well and we're going to trust the other robots.
From South Ockenden in
What
Essex,
the
and seeded
fuck
number 27
is that?
Sir Chromalot.
Great Sports knocked out in round two in the last series. Has an 18-inch long rotating drill, a cutter, either end made of stainless steel, a Shremek, and at 80.3 kilos, heavyweight hopes.
What the hell?
It was Big Brother who beat them in the last wars, though they had style. Big Brother led them a merry dance. Though Sir Chromalot could prance. What style, what panache.
What?
And look at the way they arrive this time around. Splendid.
At least we got more gimmicks.
Expansive.
Who's going to win?
Oh god. Not only did they make a fucking Eiffel Tower robot, she almost slipped.
Dave Whitehead and Steve Merrill. Oh yes, the class act returns.
They abducted 10 children.
Hi, we're Sir Chromalot. Here's our machine. On the front, we've got a stainless steel cone, a cobalt tip in the front of it. At 10 miles an hour, this will pierce anything. On the side of it, we've now fitted a drill. Same as Sir Kilolot's, only our one's better.
In the last war, we got flipped over, so we've added this. This will only allow the robot to lay on its side, and also with these legs, it will flip back up, so we can carry on.
Last time we got flipped over. This time we're gonna get flipped over again, but at least it'll look cooler.
There's Scorpion, then Jeff Smith, the sub-postmaster there on the left-hand side with John Bell and Reactor, Russell Orton, Daniel Orton and Martin Crouch, and of course Sir Chromalot with Steve Merrill and Dave White.
I appreciate the gimmick, but I don't think this Sir Chromalot thing's gonna work.
Sir Chromalot, the seeded robot here, taking on Scorpion to start off with the chainsaw cutting disc. Scorpion, very slow though, 7 miles an hour. Sir Chromalot can get up to 10 miles an hour on Reactor.
He's already
top speed
stuck
of
it.
12, and they're shunted together at the moment. Hardly making any progress. You just saw there the little drill of Sir Chromalot. It's not as good as Kilolot's, I'm sorry, boys. Reactor bashing away. on Scorpion. It's all a little bit cagey at the moment. There are the Chromalot boys. Steve Merrill, a video cameraman by trade. Dave Whitehead's an engineer.
Oh, almost got him.
Russell Orton is a computer programmer. Oh, something's come on. One of them there. I'm not too sure from whence that came. There's some steam from the arena, nothing more than that. That's reactor. With the nuclear fission signs and the warning signs underneath Scorpion.
Uh-oh.
Scorpion, a lot of loving, tender work's gone on the creation of Scorpion. And I wonder how long it'll last. I don't think the turning distance can get into play. And reactor tumbles Scorpion immediately. Look at this, there's the drive from the wedge shot.
That was a double team.
You saw Martin Crouch celebrate immediately with Russell and Daniel up there in the control pod as they toppled Scorpion. There's no way back from Scorpion there. But look, Reactor, I think, have got themselves stuck on the
oh my god!
The side spike. They're up to 800 millimeters in height, Reactor.
Oh, they're out.
Stuck momentarily.
They're out.
Now.
They're out.
In the reverse and freed. This is Sergeant Bash. A little nudge on Scorpion. Scorpion immobilized too low.
Not the tail.
Well, there's going to be no sting left in that by the end of Sergeant Bash's work. Dragging it back into the Bash lair.
Okay, well, Sir Chromalot actually looks pretty
Also, Sir Killalot and Dead Metal. Down comes
I still think it
Dead
can be
Metal's cutting blade. Poor old Scorpion.
Oh, Lord.
And they're about to be dragged away to oblivion. Jeff Smith and John Bell. They'd also like to thank John's wife.
Who once roasted
She
Scorpion?
let them design and build Scorpion on the dining room table. She had to delay cooking cheese on toast. Instead, she has Scorpion Rabbit about to be dumped into the pit by Sir Killalot. Down goes the pit. The crowd wants Scorpion in there. It means, of course, Reactor and Sir Chromalot survived, though Reactor had a scare and will have to show better driving sense later on in this heat. Scorpion's on fire as well and eventually dumped out.
They didn't even put him in a pit. What a ripoff.
The sting taken out of Scorpion's sails, Sir Chromalot and Reactor, they go through.
Well, it's pretty obvious what happened here.
It is, isn't
Who did that to you?
Sir Chromalot.
Oh, how dare he.
Yeah, drilled through our side, straight into the tyre, and once we lost our tyre, we were dragging on the floor.
You were, weren't you?
Yes.
So your weapons were pretty useless.
Yes.
But look at this. This
We
is
got well
fantastic. Oh, dear.
We had our tail cut off and then set alight and dragged around. And
great entertainment.
It was great fun.
What was that tail held together with? String, it looked like. Scorpion
All right,
have
what
gone.
do we got?
Reactor and Sir Chromalot through with Wild Thing and the Steel Avenger. And in the second round, the seeds apart. Wild
Okay,
Thing
these ought to
will
be
beat
good.
Reactor and Sir Chromalot. That's Steel Avenger.
Well, it seems there was more damage in that last battle than we thought. Apparently, one of the judges broke a nail. So while they go and get that sorted, let's enjoy some pinball.
Bet.
Pinball Warrior test of driving skill and control. Spawn of Scudder dominating with 245 points. 4 robots to go, including next up Gemini.
Not Gemini.
From St. Leonard's on Sea, seed number 8, Gemini.
I think it's cool looking.
This is a cluster bot. They can break apart, dash around the arena in different directions.
Roboteers, stand by.
Well, they take on the barrels. 5 points for each knocked over. That's normally the first tactic. There we see them splitting.
Cool.
Well, they go for both sets of barrels.
Right.
Gemini in the pits.
Clusterbot.
Dark horses to win the Pinball Warrior Challenge, and immediately are taking on one of the arena side targets.
I swear to
And the
God, this is
multi-ball release
cheating.
option as well. That's 10 more points. This is a great run by Gemini. Perhaps built for the Pinball Warrior tournament, but once one half of Gemini is immobilized, that's it. That's the end of the run. Gemini taking on the car door release. That's 25 points. This is a wonderful run by Gemini. If that huge silver sphere goes into the highlighted pit, it's another 25. Up and over the bridge will give you 20 points and a completed run. That's a rarity in the Pinball Warrior Challenge. This is a magnificent run by Gemini.
Yeah, because there's 2 of them.
Where do they go next? Any of those balls from the multi-ball option into a pit, it's 5 points. Will they go for the other barrels, or are they leaving them for last? The Gemini boys, this is a terrific run. Time is just running away from them now. Do they get points there for the arena side target? They did. This is a magnificent run. The car door option swung again.
There's two of them.
Gemini.
Come on.
Points tallied everywhere. Well, a great run right from the start. That cluster of barrels knocked over. Very strange they didn't go for the other barrel.
They shouldn't have been allowed to compete in
sidewall
this
target
event.
struck, then the multi-ball release. Then
A
the
fight
car
is
door.
one thing, but like, come on.
Action everywhere on the arena floor.
There's two
up
of
over
them.
the bridge. This was tremendous driving skill. Dodging the house robots, 50 more points. They'll go close. Very close. They're on top, Gemini!
That's bullshit.
Alongside leaders, Spawn of Scott have beaten Gemini, 255 points.
There
And the
was
remaining
two
three
of
robots are
them.
gonna have to go some to beat that.
That's bullshit. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that at all.
Pretty impressive.
They
new
should
high
not have been
score.
allowed to be in that event.
We'll see if it remains next time. Right now, though, back to the wars.
And here's the
That's
second round lineup.
ridiculous.
All flash and panache. Chromalot against the Steel Avenger. And Wild Thing seated number 11 against the new boys. Survivors thus far, Reactor.
It's Reactor's first pause. Let's see how those wheels are holding up. Wood taken any damage from the melee?
Just a little on
What
the
has
side,
now
very
since
much
you just
managed to
fucking
repair
hit it?
It's been okay.
And look at that there. Is that a secret weapon?
That's a screw. With a bit of luck, it'll dig into the decking on the arena floor and will give us a bit more traction.
And Daniel, what do we want to do to the other robots?
Try and get them in the pit.
Yay, smash it up. This team's pretty confident, really, aren't they?
We are now. The first fight's always the worst.
Yeah.
Always.
And you got through the melee well?
Yeah.
Doesn't
Only
it
a
like-
bit of surface damage on the other face.
Yeah. And you're seeded 11, which is a pretty good place to be at this stage of the game, is it not? Are you Mr. Tactician?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the game plan?
Fuck them up.
Keep the arm down till we've rammed into them, then we bring it up to try and flip them.
Okay. Let's see you be wild. I'll help you push it in.
Don't ever say that to a child again.
Stand by.
There's Reactor. Young Daniel Orton, 12 from the Stonehill High School. And Wild Thing.
I'm taking Wild Thing.
Isabel, who's 14, and Jake, 12, go to the Ash Manor School in Aldershot.
2, 1.
Wild Thing quickly out to attack the Reactor, as we thought they would be, trying to nudge in underneath Reactor. A ground clearance of 5 millimeters only on Reactor, but
Going
that's
for it
the
already.
Achilles
Oh
heel.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Wild Thing attacking the rear and Reactor and dumping it onto the arena sidewall, showing good style immediately. Nick Adams at the controls. Isabel controls the weapon of Wild Thing. Jake Adams, the tactician, or sometimes the weapon operator as well. Another nudge this time on Reactor. Reactor, though, they put those studs there. You see the screws and the wheels getting very little traction
Oh, go away.
on the arena floor, and out comes Dead Metal trying to
Reactor does not know what to do right
like
now.
soap in the shower, throw your hands and away. I wonder if Dead Metal will have another chance. I wonder if Reactor will get a chance here to attack Wild Thing. Wild Thing doing all
No,
the aggressive
Reactor's
work
getting
so
fucked up.
far. Should it go to the judges in the end? Well, it doesn't look as if it will do at the moment because Wild Thing very much on the attack.
Yeah, Reactor's
This
got
time Reactor
bum
getting
rush.
away from Sergeant Bash. Look, this is a very, very noticeable tactic from Wild Thing. Attack Reactor from the rear. Oh! The
Yeah,
wheels are
that's it.
crumpled
That's
and
it.
ruptured by Sir Killalot. Those claws can lift over 100 kilos, slice through armor plating. Dead Metal on the attack as well. Reactor trundles back to the safety of the arena. That's where they need to stay. And I wonder if this stage, Russell Orton, young Daniel and Martin Crouch are just thinking that let's stay out of trouble and live to fight another day because Wild Thing very much on top here. Can Wild Thing finish Reactor off though? And I'll tell you what,
It doesn't matter.
Chromalot and the Steel Avenger will be looking on here because if Wild Thing cannot finish Reactor off, they will have high hopes for later on. But it looks very much as if the Wild Thing will progress to the later stages because look at the Reactor now.
Yeah, Reactor's done.
A little bit of movement, but nothing more. Just backing away. Wild Thing on the attack again, this time a broadside. Turns to attack the rear once again, and look at that shot from Wild Thing. So much power generated by the two electrical industrial motors, and again,
Just end it.
slam on Reactor. Caught on the fringe of the CP's head again, Dead Metal has a go. A shunt from Wild Thing, classic Robot Wars wedge.
Man, that was one of the biggest fucking ass kickings I've ever seen.
Pushes Reactor away.
Reactor had no idea what to do from the beginning.
Wild Thing anticipates victory. Very, very near the flames. Dangerously so, like a maddened...
No. Oh.
In comes Dead Metal with the circular saw. Now that's noticeable. Can't actually make much impact on Reactor's shell. Steel and aluminium as it is.
Wild Thing's got to chill.
Had it been quicker and more punishing on attack, might have gone further. I think it's going to go to the judges, and Wild Thing have failed to finish Reactor off. It will go to the judges. For me, there can be only one winner.
Who cares?
Wild Thing will be disappointed with the way it ended.
Nah, they shouldn't be. They just killed him the whole time.
Well, both robots were still moving at the end, so we've gone for a judge's decision. But whilst they make a decision, let's look at some of the highlights.
What do you mean decision?
Encounter.
Right from the word go, Wild Thing went on the attack. That was
Reactor literally did not do
one
single thing.
I don't know whether or not that affected Reactor. Whether any of the machinery came apart inside.
I don't even think Reactor attempted an offensive move. That's how big of an ass kick
Reactor
that was.
into the House Robots, and again, look at the power of that shove.
They didn't even try
You
that.
have to wonder about Wild Thing's weaponry, because all the damage to Reactor was caused by the House Robots. Wild Thing, for me, by far the most impressive of the two robots, but didn't finish off the newcomers, Reactor.
Again, who cares?
Well, the judges have made a decision. Remember, it's style, control, aggression, and damage. And they've gone for... You're nervous. They've gone for Wild Thing!
Well, no shit.
The reactor in meltdown, really.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't have enough power. We made a mistake. We changed to a lower gear, and we shouldn't have done. We should have left it at what it was.
And, you know, it did seem to be pushing you all over the place.
That's right, yeah. We just didn't have the power.
Yeah.
Next year, we'll be back next year, and we'll make it better and more powerful.
That's what we like to see.
Yeah,
Confidence.
that's it.
Let's hear it for Reactor. Well, you're through to the next round. You're excited?
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of other tougher robots to come now, you know. I mean, how far do you think you can go on this?
I have no idea. Well, we're actually really glad to get this far, but...
It's quite a powerful robot, but there's no real sort of weaponry on it, is there, really?
Well, there's the arm, but which is just mainly for lancing and self-righting us and carrying them across the arena, if maybe it could do that.
Well, good luck. Hope you go as far as you possibly can. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Wild Thing!
Wow. You make my heart.
So I hear it was a tactical error, boys.
Yes, unfortunately, we decided to change to a different gear ratio, and it didn't work as well as previously.
With a bit more pulling power and pushing power, but it didn't work out that way, so never mind.
Any regrets?
Wish we had to change the speeds.
Yeah.
And you wanted to get flipped, really, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
We wanted to go over.
It rolls over really well. It comes back self-righting every time. It's a shame it didn't, because it's quite entertaining when it happens.
Yeah.
It looks quite fun.
We'll be back next year, definitely.
Too right, you will.
Our wooden wheels really lasted. Dead Metal's a wuss. He couldn't even saw through them.
Yay, that is fighting talk from the young
got
man.
him.
Dead Metal's a wuss, and we'll be back for a grudge match.
That's true. He went right into them wheels. They didn't even break.
Your BMX bike. Reactor's gone out. Wild Thing go through, and next up the Steel Avenger against Sir Chromalot, Steve Merrill, and Dave Whitehead.
I don't think Steel Avenger has much of a shot here.
Dancing girls.
Oh, good God.
Ready for war.
Here they are, the Chromettes. Music produced by Dave Cook. And Steve and Dave said they'd like to pass their thanks on to Dave. And
These
the
poor
girls
kids
for
just
their
want to go back to their
hard
parents. Nah, they probably got paid well for this. I hope they did.
Chromalot goes to war.
hard work has gone into that routine. Thanks to the girls. Nothing routine about the Sir Chromalot side.
That
it's all
was
part of the
definitely
theatre of Robot Wars.
a routine.
Brings us, of course, on to the star of their show.
It definitely existed.
Gentlemen, with these suits it's really a good idea. It must be a bit hot out here.
It's very hot.
Yeah, I was going to say.
We're a class act, and I want to have a word with you because you said earlier on, I don't think Sir Cromalot's going to get through. We're going to see how it goes, and here we are.
Did I? I don't think I said that.
You did actually. I heard you whisper it. We're going past, but we're here.
Ooh. Yeah.
Hard work. We had a lot of
now we're going to have to kill you.
So really looking forward to it. Jules has come to see you.
Yeah?
Right.
Are you hot in that suit?
Very hot.
You'll do well. Good to see you back again.
Yeah,
whatever happens, please come back to the next wars.
We will do.
Well, I shouldn't say that now, should I? It's a bit early. Well, there's not an obvious
He had the face of like, oh, he tripped.
What do you think?
He had the face of like, I'm only doing this because my friend wanted to. It's not too far.
Shove into the house robots.
I reckon.
Let's get it in the pen. Keep it moving. You've done well so far.
Yeah.
Did you take much damage from the melee?
We think it's all superficial. There's nothing structural. It's all on the front.
Yeah, lots of scratches and a few little dings, but not too much.
And the dust is intact.
Yes, and we have a little memento for you as a mascot from Steel Avenger.
All right, we'll pop that in the hair, and I'll be watching from the audience.
Good.
Roboteers, stand by.
Yeah, I've got Sir Cromalot.
Sir Cromalot then with the rotating drill and Cobalt Cutter and Steve Merrill and Dave Whitehead. And the Steel Avenger, now with the third member of the team, Tony Bates, arrived there on the left-hand side.
After the last episode, some people told me it's like, oh, there's no more gimmicks, sorry. Either they forgot, they were fucking liars, or for some reason they didn't think this is a gimmick.
Two electric motors, and they have.
They had cheerleaders, my guy. That's a gimmick.
We haven't really seen come into play yet, the Steel Avenger.
Okay.
Now, I just wonder, looking at Sir Cromalot, that tall frame
I thought he
is
stuck
actually
him.
top heavy, and whether they will be easily toppled. They say it's a stream mech as well, and can self-right. But I wonder.
Yeah, I want to see
The
that.
Steel Avenger, we saw the axe there. Didn't create any damage.
I'm not so sure about that self-righting
Flown
thing.
off.
Oh!
Flown off Sir Cromalot, I think. Now this is the Steel Avenger turning. I wonder what that Sir Cromalot flag. So they're a class act. Perhaps it had their sort of crest on it. Their
He
coat
do
of
be
arms
sweating.
on it. The sweat pouring off the Sir Cromalot booted and suited team. Sir Cromalot backs away from the Steel Avenger.
Ooh.
Down comes the axe, missed. Down comes the axe, missed.
That's my favorite Stephen King movie.
Backing away. Sir Cromalot.
Missed.
Let's see if the axe can hit. Oh! Glancing blow. It's a mighty axe, isn't it? But now listen, Steel Avenger. The object is you knock the opponent out. You don't take on the arena or the pit.
I guess Steel
So
Avenger's
try
winning?
now. Yes! Down comes the axe, but it didn't penetrate the American truck wheel hub that protects the actual mechanics of Sir
America.
Cromalot. But certainly
Fuck
for me,
yeah.
the Steel Avenger is on top here. Feather duster. Oh, look at the sweat pouring off Steve Merrill. He loves his music, his dancing, his jazz. But Steve, get fit, young man. Mind you, that's an enormous pot calling a small kettle black. Sir Cromalot digging in. But pit, they're calling. They sense that the Steel Avenger's victory is nigh. That's a waggling stick.
Oh. Oh, he's done.
This was their potent weapon.
He's done.
Sir Cromalot.
Wow.
In the pit with the final waggle.
I did not see that
It's
coming.
where it belonged.
What the hell happened?
The Steel Avenger through.
They both look like completely different robots.
Cromalot in the pit.
They look like completely different robots compared to the first fight. I guess it was a good matchup. The one bad for the other.
All them girls are going to be in tears now.
Yeah, we tried.
What went wrong?
About halfway through, we was losing.
Now
power.
we're not
It just got
paying
worse
them.
and worse, and it ended up not moving at all.
I think it's the tallest robot we've had in the competition. Do you think that counted against you? Was that extra weight?
Well, I think it was last year. We unfortunately got turned over. The last wars, I should say, we got turned over by Big Brother. So this year we put a self-righting mechanism on the top. We didn't actually need that because, as you see, we went in the pits.
Yeah.
But we really tried hard, and we want to thank the Chromettes for coming with us today. Done a brilliant job. Thanks, girls. Fantastic.
Fair enough. Let's hear it for Sir Cromalot.
We're getting paid.
Steel Avenger. Hey, it's a very attractive robot, yours.
Yeah, thanks.
And you've still got the feather duster. I thought that'd end up in flames.
Well, we just put that on the back to clean up afterwards, you know.
Is that a feather duster or a tickling stick? I'm not quite sure.
It might tickle somebody's fancy, hopefully.
Yeah. You
Feels like Steve Jobs' dad.
Do you think we stand a chance?
I think we could give him a run for his money.
That axe of yours seems quite tough, really.
We had problems earlier on, and it just wasn't working in the last round. We got through. I think we've sorted all the bugs now.
Yeah,
it's going really well.
Well, it was working in that fight, wasn't it?
Definitely, yeah. It was well chuffed for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Steel Avenger. Well done, lads.
Good job. I had not seen that coming.
We're sorry you're out, but have you enjoyed yourself?
We've had a fantastic time. It's been really great.
And you came in some style, and it looks like you're going out in style as well.
We're a class act. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. The hero's out, but we're back for more.
As soon as they get in the parking lot, they're like, hand over the fucking checks.
Leaving, of course, the Steel Avenger to meet Wild Thing, the number 11 seeds, in round 3. The Heat
I was
Empire.
impressed with Steel Avenger that last fight, but I'm still going Wild Thing.
Alrighty. There comes a time in a robot's life when it has to do or die. This is that time. It's the third and final round.
Wild Thing have got this stage by beating Humphrey with the Steel Avenger, who they meet now, of course.
Yeah, it looked like they were really going at it, but it looked like Wild Thing was getting the better of it during their fight.
Next up, Reactor.
So I'm going to take Wild Thing.
Driven against the arena side wall, I think damage was caused there, and the house robots had their fun with Reactor. Now, having beaten Humphrey with the Wild Thing, the Steel Avenger then disposed, as we've just seen, of the wackling stick and Sir Cromalot.
So you've got a serious charging up job to do here on the batteries.
Yeah, they drew a lot of current out the batteries. The motors got nice and hot, so we're just charging them up, make sure they're ready to go again.
Hey, that's finally not a joke.
You haven't got long. It's the Steel Avenger up next. What are your tactics?
Just smash them straight away.
Yeah!
Your confidence is growing now, isn't it?
Fuck 'em up!
A bit more.
Okay, well, good luck to you, team. I think you can go a long way. Team, you're about to go into the arena.
Wow, she had more to say, but they've cut her off.
You've been tested yet. What do you say to that?
I don't know. I think this could be the time to prove what we can do.
This is going to be our toughest battle, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So,
well, let's see some action.
We've got a new duster anyway, so hopefully that will help us.
It's been specially sharpened.
Oh, the dust has been sharpened, the primary weapon, and I'll be rooting
so
for you.
So if we lose, it's your fault.
All right.
Oh, got him.
Get in there.
Finally. Make her take some responsibility.
From Colchester, Steel Avenger.
Plenty of bluster with their feather duster. The Steel Avenger
Bars.
team, John Willoughby, the captain in the middle there, the driver.
From Aldershot in Hampshire, Wild Thing.
And the number 11 seeds with Nick Adams, who owns a remote control model shop, and daughter Isabel and son Jake. The Steel Avenger, knocked out in the second round of the Series 3 by Diotor. Wild Thing, though, reached the semi-finals in Series 3 before being beaten by Panic Attack.
All right, let's see.
2, 1, activate.
Wild Thing from the right. The Steel Avenger,
Ooh.
slower to start. Wild Thing.
Similar strategy.
Quickly across the arena floor again. Look at that little lance on the front of the lifting arm to prod and skewer the side panels of the Steel Avenger. On the attack again. Those cones on the side of the Steel Avenger act as self-righting mechanisms. An innovation from the Suffolk team for this series. The axe tentatively rocked in its cradle. Wild Thing getting away from Sir Killalot. We've seen great driving from Nick Adams in this heat. In the Wild Thing team.
Whole lot of posturing at the
the
moment.
driver of the Steel Avenger team. Oh, down comes the mighty weapon. Kevin Cockrell's at the control of that weapon. The mechanical expert is
Oh,
Tony
he
Bates,
hit.
warehouse operative.
Not that much, though. Kind of grazed it.
And slamming against the house robot on the arena wall went the Steel Avenger. Wild Thing nudging underneath the Avenger. Got a ground clearance of a couple of inches. Now that is quite high for robot wars, actually. The Wild Thing's ground clearance, minimal.
Pepper's kind of running away.
There. The wedge shape against a more old-fashioned.
To be fair, Wild Thing is faster.
For the Steel Avenger onto the flame pit. Wild Thing
Avenger, I'm
side
sorry.
on.
Did I say Panther?
I wonder
I was thinking of Still Panther.
Oh,
that's it.
Mechanisms are acting as a protection. Let's see if they can right the Steel Avenger, having been toppled by the Wild Thing's thrust. They said the little cones could right
Did
the
they?
Steel Avenger. Well, we'll see, because now they're in major trouble.
No.
They can't right the
No,
Steel Avenger.
that's it.
The right side cone flicks out.
GG,
There's
boys.
nothing on the left. The axe can't
Blame
lift
Julie.
the Steel Avenger. Wild Nothing waits to see if they've won the heat. Sakilov comes in. I thought all along those side panels could be ripped away. I thought that would be the weak thing on the Steel Avenger. That's the way it's proven.
Oh, hey, convenient. They're right by the pit.
They've come a long way via Humphrey, via Sakromalot. They've been great fun, the Steel Avenger team, but it ends here and now for them. Wild Thing gives the last shove, allowed to do so by the robots. And Wild Thing have won heat M.
Good job.
Wild Thing, you make my heart sing. Wild Thing are through to the series semi-finals.
Craig's been waiting all day to fucking do that.
You were avenged?
We were indeed. They were just too fast for us.
That's what I was thinking. A very nippy robot, that, isn't it? And every time you tried to get your axe on it, it was right behind you.
Yeah, they had to run away because, like,
a good shot at it before he was in there.
Why come your robot so slow?
Couldn't chase it.
I would say it was slow.
Well, it was
I mean, it's much slower than that thing, isn't it?
You geared it down, didn't you?
Well, yeah, the speed is geared down.
Yeah, it's not slow, but Wild Thing's just really fast.
Yeah. And it just depends who we're up against. And this guy was just a bit too good, I think.
It was fast. We haven't got steering. Was it easy to handle?
Pretty good analysis.
It's not that easy to handle, but I'm getting used to it now. So, you know, it wasn't letting me down.
Yeah. You did quite well. You came a far way, but
yeah,
you didn't quite make it. Yeah. Never mind, lads. Steel Avenger. Let's hear it for them.
Good job, boys.
That went well for you, didn't it?
Yeah. They were really good opponents.
Yeah, they are good opponents. I mean, all the robots, when you get this far, are all quite hard, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, your steering was absolutely amazing.
She looks tired as hell.
I don't know how come. My hands almost slipping off.
Yeah, it's very hot up here, isn't it?
Oh, they were very good. They managed to get an axe blowing. I'd like to see if it made a hole in it. But
what the fuck was that?
Into the pit in the end,
Hold on, I'm sorry. What was it? I think Craig's laugh.
What I loved was the house robots.
I'm sorry. We have to go back.
Axe blowing. I'd like to see if it made a
ring. Was absolutely amazing.
I don't know how come. My hands almost slipping off.
Yeah, it's very hot up here, isn't it?
Oh, they were very good. They managed to get an axe blowing. I'd like to see if it made a hole in it. But they got on into the pit in the end, which we helped them in.
Yeah, what I loved was the house robots just...
Let's get an axe blowing. I'd like to see if it made a hole in it. But they got on into the pit in the end, which we helped them in.
Yeah, what I loved was the house robots just lined it all up for you, and you just came with that final touch into the pit.
Yeah, they made it easy.
Well, you think to the series semi-finals, all the robots get harder from here, though, bigger, badder, and better. Think you're going to stand a chance?
We hope so.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Okay, then.
Definitely going to beat them.
Do you think you're going to win the competition?
Yeah.
That's what I like, a little bit of confidence. Let's hear it for Wild Thing. Well, one of my favourite bands is The Doors, but we'll really light your fire on Robot Wars.
That's
Bye-bye.
pretty fucking good, I'm not gonna lie. GG. Well, glad to see another gimmick in. Again, whoever told me there wasn't any more gimmicks was either lying or forgot, because they have more gimmicks. They didn't do very well, but I was surprised, though. I mean, I guess it was just a good matchup for Steel Avenger, honestly, but they didn't do anything. They just tried, just kind of good win at him, and then just fell over, and that was it. Wild Thing, I don't think is gonna go very far as the when we're down to it in the actual elimination tournament. I don't think they're gonna do very well, just because they really just got a flipper, and that's it. And that'll work against some robots, but I just don't think that's gonna take them. I don't think they're powerful enough. They're not like Chaos, they're not. I just don't think it's gonna work. I'll tell you what, though. Gemini should not have been allowed that pinball tournament. That was bullshit. Like, having two of them in a fight is one thing. You just have to focus on and immobilize one of them. And they're small, so if you flip one of them over at the right angle, that's it. That's fair enough in a fight. But in a pinball tournament where they're trying to go around different places and score points, that's complete bullshit. Like, they should not have been allowed in that. I don't agree. I don't agree with that at all, to be honest. I thought that was ridiculous that they were allowed in that. And they're probably going to end up winning it, too. So, yeah, I thought that was completely ridiculous. But how many more heats do we have? Three heats, I think. Let me double check dem numbers. Yeah, NOP. Yep, and then the semifinal and the semifinals and the grand final. Yep. So, yep, we're almost there. Getting there. But that is going to do it for another reaction to Robot Wars. What was this, my 13th reaction to Robot Wars? The 4 4s, that's going to do it for me today, though. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.